Hello, dears. After a so long time, I'm meeting you with another a new video. Hopefully, you can expect many videos in upcoming days. Okay, so in this video, I'm explaining about a trap candle setup. So which will occur often in the market. So this is not about a trap candle happening below the swing low or above the swing high. So it is all about happening a trap candle happening in between the swing high and swing low, because most of the time the price is trading in the range or consolidation mode, right? So almost 70% of the time you will be seeing the range market, uh, mostly intraday also. So we need a solid entry point or entry model to take a right direction trade at exact price point. So to accomplish that, this trap candle setup will help us to take a trade. So before we are going to see what is a trap candle, where to enter, let's understand what is a trap candle first. Okay, so as I told you earlier, this is not the candle which is happening below the swing low or above the swing high. So it is actually happening in between the swing high and swing low. So we know that, see, once we marked a visible reversal zone or a swing high and swing low, we come to the conclusion of which direction we want to take a trade. So in this case, if the price is trading above the swing low, we would mostly look for the uh, long trades, right? So if we take in a trade here, most of the time we'll be stopped out at this level, and the price will eventually move to the swing high or to our next target, because market hates the retail traders like you and me, right? So even though we find the direction right, most of the time the price will hit our stop loss and it will go and reach our target. So to overcome this, we can use the trap candle strategy or trap candle model. So what is the trap candle model? So we need a price to takes out the weak buyer's stop loss first, and the price has to move above to this internal swing high, which means you can see that the price will come and takes the stop loss of this buyer, and with the big candle wick, right? So you can see that the wick of the candle could be at least half of the total range. So whenever it happens, whenever you can see this long wick, and following after this long wick, if the price taken out this internal high, you can mark this low as a trap candle low wick. So don't try to enter at this point. That is altogether a different setup. Let me explain in a different video. But after marking this low, you should wait for the price to revisit at this low and see what how the price is reacting. So this is where our entry comes. So once the price reaches this low and it get reversed, so we can take an entry at this level, and we can keep the stop loss below to this low. So this is how the trap candle entry model works. So let me explain in the chart which is happening today in the Nifty, which is 29th of August. So I'm not talking about this low and this trap. So I'm talking about this candle low. So what happened here after the price came down and formed a swing low, and price formed a trap, a BOF setup, and it started moving up, right? So what we'll do at this point, till this point, so we can take an entry here. If not, we'll look for some entries here, thinking the price will go higher. So most of the time, the price will shake out, do the shakeout internally, and it will take our stop loss. So can see the very big wick here, and following this candle, this price takes out the high of this internal swing high, right? Can you see this? Right? So this takes out, following this wick, it takes out this high and go further higher. So this becomes our trap candle low. So what we can look for the entry at this point whenever the price reaches here, right? So what happened here? The price went up and it came down. and it gets reversed. So our entry will trigger at this point. You can see that here, okay, so I'm entering here, I'll keep a stop loss below. But you can ask that, okay, the price was hit the stop loss, right? Yes, it was. Yes, it hits the stop loss. Let me remind you, or let me tell you, the very good trades you can see in the market, right? I'm showing the bad trades or the toughest trade. So once you practice the toughest trade, you can easily get the easiest trade in the market. I don't want to make you make so soft here. So I'll show you the toughest trade here. Okay, so we can enter here long here and keeping a stop loss below. The very next candle it takes out our stop loss. Okay, never mind. And here comes the next point. So you can see here, right? So this was the first trap candle happened below, and there was a wick. So you can mark this wick below, right? And the price tried to breach this, failed. Again it reversed, and in this candle the price closed above to our internal trap candle low, right? So which means our trade setup is still valid. We look for the long entry. There is a three things happened here. The price came down, rejected, which means the sellers are a bit weaker, and the price again pushed the price, I mean the sellers again pushed the price down and tried to break this low, got failed. So by looking at this information, we can conclude that the sellers are getting weaker. So we can look for the long trade. So where we can take an entry after this candle, you can take a long entry here and keep the stop loss below to this low. And where is our first target? The target one is this high, and the target 2 is the day high. And if you see any visible reversal zone upside in the 30 minutes, that is your target 3, the next target. So here the market closed, the time is over. So I'm expecting that this price will go further higher tomorrow, and we can trade using this trap candle low. So to summarize, look for the low and long wick below this area, and after this long wick you need price to takes out this high, and it should go further higher, and you need to wait for price to revisit this zone. Once you see the reversal at this area, you can look for the buy entry, and the same applies for the short trade, and you have to look at in a different direction.